What is 21st century learning? A learning process that focuses on a student-centered approach based on the elements of communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, and values and ethical applications. What is Science Classroom? Science Classroom is an exciting place full of fun equipment or activities and interesting lessons. However, it also poses some unique dangers for the students. Okay, here let's watch our videos about the interesting example of application on 21st century science classroom.
Hi, I'm Teacher Izuri, and today I'm going to teach you about ecosystem and the subtopic energy flow in an ecosystem. Now, let's proceed about what is the energy flow. Before we know further about the energy flow, we need to know about what is sun. Sun. All living things in Earth use sun as energy resources. For example, plants use sun as a light energy to convert into the chemical energy in process of photosynthesis. Many of the living things in the Earth use the energy to sustain their food and in the food chain and food web. Okay, in an ecosystem, we know that there's a lot of producer and consumer. Producer. In Earth, we need to know about the producer and consumer. First, what is producer? Producer is organism that make their own food through photosynthesis. Example of the producer over here is like mostly is a plant, vegetable and fruit. Next, we need to know about consumer. Consumer are divided into three groups, which is primary, secondary and tertiary consumer. Let's look about the primary consumer. Primary consumer are an organism that eat produces. It can be herbivore or omnivore. Like example, caterpillar, parrot, snail, cow and grasshopper. Next, for the secondary consumer, it is an organism that is primary consumer. It can also be a carnivore or omnivore. It can also be carnivore or omnivore. Like example, wolf, parrot, skunk, spider. Next, what is tertiary consumer? Tertiary consumer, there is an organism that is secondary consumer. It must be a carnivore. For example over here, it is like a hawk, eagle, wolf, tiger or crocodile. Now, after all of you already know what is the producer and consumer, now that we need to know what is the food chain in our ecosystem. Food chain is the flow of energy to show how the relationship of the food between organisms. For example, over here, paddy plant are being eaten by the grasshopper. Grasshopper are being eaten by the parrot, and the parrot being eaten by the eagle. So the energy flow pass from the paddy plant as a producer to the primary consumer, move to the secondary, and last being passed to the tertiary consumer. Now, after already know about the food chain, we need to know about the giant network, about the interaction, which is food web. Food web is actually the interconnection of the few food chains. For example, a cabbage, which is a producer, are being eaten by the primary consumer, which is grasshopper and caterpillar. These primary consumers are being eaten by the secondary consumer, like this case, for example, skunk and also frog. Later, these skunk and frog are being eaten by the tertiary consumer, which is a snake. Now, do you understand and have any question to ask?
Sir, I have a question. Why grasshopper cannot be eaten by frog?
Yes. Thank you, Surya. Everyone, give a big clap. Okay. Thanks for Surya because you want to ask. Okay. I very appreciate about how the way you thinking about the frog just now, and then I will explain now. Okay. When we talk about the frog is what type of consumer? Secondary consumer, right? So for the secondary consumer, it categorized by two types, which is carnivore or omnivore. So in this case, frog also can eat a grasshopper, which means grasshopper from the cabbage that eat cabbage can be eaten by the frog because the frog is a secondary consumer.
Grass is a plant. Which is we. So plant is a producer. Yes. Producer. Breakfast. The food chain or food web. So it is here. What animal can eat the grass?
And we have green as producer, and after that rabbit as primary consumer, and sheep.
Sheep and rabbit will eat
They will
grain
grain.
as a producer.
Yes, and they will make eat food. After that eagle. It will
Snake.
snake. Yeah, snake will eat the rabbit. Will eat the rabbit, and sheep will be eaten by wolf. And lastly,
What about the skunk?
Skunk is a carnivore, right?
Yes, that's good. Skunk.
lastly, eagle will eat bottom.
Right. So eagle will be a tertiary consumer.
Yes.
And from rabbit producer, sheep
Sheep and rabbit as primary.
primary consumer. Snake and snake will be
Secondary
consumer. And the eagle will be tertiary consumer.
Yes.
Okay. So we are done. So we also done the footwear.
Okay, since the group Teha and Husna already done the activity, I would like to invite you to the front to present and share your footwear with your class member. Please. Okay, everybody, give a clap.
Hi! For the conclusion, in this 21st century science classroom video, we can see the application of 21st century skills during the science lesson.